Hi everyone, welcome to Brown Girls Happy Hour. This is your host Kathy Thakur.
And this is Daman Tivana making quarantine drinks with you. Today, we are making another drink from Merrily Grashin's Women's Libation. This drink was originally inspired by Margaret Sanger, but we have decided to rename it. It's called Borakua Sangria.
For this drink, you need some red wine, some gin, some brandy, some orange liquor, some sugar, and a little bit of assorted fruits. Now, let's go ahead and make this drink with Daman.
So, this is Borakua Sangria. Cheers!
Cheers!
It's really good.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet, which I like. And and I think it's also getting the flavors of all the fruits, right?
And it's so different. I feel I've never tasted a sangria like this. I really like this one.
Yeah, maybe it's because, we made it ourselves, so we are partial to it.
I'm really happy that I have this recipe now because I have always wanted to have a sangria recipe that I can make at home. And now I have one. Yay.
I know, and could you imagine that sangria would be made like this, like with so much alcohol in it?
I know, I always just thought it's like wine, fruit, water, done.
Yeah, right.
So much more than that.
Yeah, and it's so good. Like this small glass could easily get me drunk.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's healthy too, right? There's fruit in it.
Yes. Yeah, I put cherry and grapes. So
I like apples in sangria a lot, so I just basically filled it up with apple.
yeah.
There's some other stuff, but it's mainly apple.
I know. I wanted to put apple, but there was no apple left. So I was like, okay.
Oh, so sad.
I know. Quarantine days. We have to make do with whatever we have. So, Daman, in the book, this sangria is dedicated to Margaret Sanger, but we are actually dedicating it to Puerto Rican women. So, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, this is something that has been troubling me this last week because until recently, most of the people who knew Margaret Sanger just thought she's this mother of Planned Parenthood who has given birth to birth control, how we use it today, who is basically a pioneer for women's rights. But what we have found out this last week, it's shocking.
Yeah,
it's
oppressive
on so many levels. So to give everyone a background, apparently Sanger's work was done on Puerto Rican women, and the intent of that work was to stop procreation in minorities and those races, which is beyond despicable.
I know, that's horrible.
And to think that people have been celebrating her for all these years just goes to show how whitewashed history is. Like everything we read, we see is just given to us through a white lens. And it's just sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, it is so sad, and it makes me, doubt everything that has been taught to us in history. Every person who has been said that he was a great person, he did so much for, minorities or for, like the world in general. And then you get to know that, oh no, their intentions were completely different from, what we think they are.
This is throughout the history, right? You remember in school, we used to read that these great explorers, Columbus and Vasco da Gama and all those, and till date, Columbus Day is a national holiday in this country. Yeah. And to think of all the atrocities he did on the Native Americans.
Yeah.
Then Margaret Sanger has been portrayed as like this feminist, pioneer of women's rights, who was actually oppressing women of minorities. So I don't think she was actually helping women. She had her own agenda and her own racism playing there, whatever work she did. Yeah, in the end, birth control is benefiting a lot of women today, and it's helping the quality of lives we have. But that doesn't mean we can just forget what these people have done.
That's true. And, you know, that's why she was kind of like a mascot for the Planned Parenthood organization. And last week, or I think this week, in the past few days, they also, you know, removed her from her organization as well.
I'm glad they've done that, because Planned Parenthood is like a pillar of women's rights, women's health in a way, right? And if after finding out they would still continue to, like, you know, hold up her flag, I would be so disappointed.
Yeah, me too. I know. And it's great that being such a big organization, they took a stand, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
This goes to tell us why all this conversation around feminism and intersectionality is so important, because yeah, she was seen as a feminist for white women maybe, but what about other races? It's like oppression at so many levels. It's horrible.
Can you imagine? I'm just thinking, if her plan had worked, like the plan that she intended to bring birth control pills to minorities, we wouldn't be here. Honestly, we are a minority.
If it would have gotten to a larger scale. And this just shows this whole obsession with skin color. Like one skin is superior than others. Like they somehow got this right to live on this earth while people with melanin do not. Like,
I agree.
How is that a discriminator? It's just a genetic factor.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And that's why I just could not make this drink and call this Margaret Sangria. No way. And we dedicate this to the Puerto Rican women. Barakwa Sangria.
Barakwa Sangria. Cheers.
Cheers.
And if you like this conversation and if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Brown Girls Read.